Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Wesley Walker. I'm a lead digital analyst and previous SEO. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to rank in YouTube in 2020. I have a separate channel separate to this one, which I've been running for a few years now. So in this video, I'll walk you through some of the tools, techniques, and strategies that I've used, which should show me some pretty good successes. And hopefully from this, you'll learn from this video, and you'll be able to optimize your videos and get more search traffic as a result. So to break down and give you some stats on YouTube. So YouTube gets 2 billion monthly logged in users on average. They're the second biggest search engine and website in the world, according to SimilarWeb. They have 500 hours of video that is uploaded every minute by its own users, and 70% of the views that happen on YouTube are from mobile devices. So it's incredibly important that if you're a content creator on this platform, that you know how the system works, and you know how to make sure that your videos are more visible, so when people are searching for them, they're the first one that they find. So one of the key and most important things about YouTube and any YouTube strategy or approach is your keyword research. And the number one tool for keyword research on YouTube is Google Trends. So within Google Trends, we have an area where you can look into trends volume by web search or YouTube search. And if you play with this little filter here, you can actually change it between web, image, news, Google Shopping, and YouTube search. So what Google Trends is essentially shows you trended volumes for specific keywords that are happening in the platform. So why this is great is because if you have a channel which is, let's say for example, automotive, so you're looking at cars, if you want to see what kind of videos to make, you can search that into Google Trends and it will tell you how popular these keywords are. So if I search in here, for example, Audi R8, and if I want to compare that to the BMW i8, immediately we can see that the Audi R8 is getting more search volume in YouTube than the BMW i8. So you might want to make a video about that first because it gets more traction. You can do this for any kind of keywords that you want, and you have a maximum of comparisons of 5. I highly recommend not just putting in your keywords in the scene trends, but also benchmark it and compare it to other keywords. And the reason being for that is that if you just put in a simple keyword, you'll see a trend, but you don't know how big the volume is. So I always recommend comparing your keywords to something that you know is popular and a topic that you know is trending, so you can benchmark and see how high or how popular those search terms are. It really helps out. In Google Trends, you also get to see related queries, which is very useful. So within Audi R8, we can see here that our audio is big in all of these regions, but we can see that people are searching for specific longer tail queries. So we can see they're looking for Audi R8 2021, NFS Heat Audi R8. So you can get some ideas of break-off videos. So if you make in this example, if you want to make a video about an Audi R8, we can then go and use these related queries, these related sub-queries, and make related videos based off of that topic. So Google Trends is very useful. It unfortunately doesn't give you actual numbers on search volumes like you do from Google AdWords and Keyword Planner, but this is more than useful enough to give you an indicative view on what kind of videos you should be making. Another way of doing keyword research is to use YouTube's suggest feature in the search panel on YouTube. And if you search within something that you're interested in, so again, let's say we do Audi R8, YouTube will show you all the other popular keywords that are in there as well. So things that are being searched quite frequently within a platform. And this can give you another view on more topics, subtopics that you might want to create videos for, create content for, and because they are being searched for within the platform. I recommend probably a combination of the two. I tend to purely use Google Trends, and every now and then I'll use the search feature in YouTube. But Google Trends and the combination of the two of these is a very powerful approach to getting your YouTube SEO strategy foundations right. The second thing that I recommend is vidIQ. So this is a Chrome plugin which gives you more information on the performance of your videos. That gives you a lot of insight into the ranks, so how you're performing for your specific keywords, how your videos performed over time, and it also gives you information about any external websites that might be referring to a video. So you can see, for example, if you look at a video that's done quite well in the past, we can have a look to see whether that video has been posted anywhere like Reddit, Facebook groups, Twitter, and that can help you get an idea of how significantly social media is playing a factor into their performance. As we can see here on this Russell Brand and Jordan Peterson interview, we can see that the video itself has over 1 million views, got 6,000 likes on Facebook, so it's clearly very popular on Facebook. You can see how many Reddit upvotes it's got, the like to dislike ratio, which is a very important factor which YouTube himself uses to help with your search rankings. And we can also see the video, so you get a vidIQ score. You can see how many videos are suggested by the creator, the description word count, how many times this video is being linked to from external sites outside social media, which could also be driving some of the external views and traffic, and whether they're end screens. And you can see a checklist on optimization and their tags and how the video ranks for each tag. So this is quite an important piece, because you can essentially see how well your videos are ranking for what they're optimized for. So in this example, Jordan Peterson is a very popular topic, so there aren't this video isn't ranking per se here. I am using my own account, so that personalization will play a factor, but it's good to have this enabled when you're uploading, because then you can upload your videos, make sure you've got all the checklist sorted out, and then you can track how your keywords are performing. You can also take this a step further and go into the vidIQ platform, where you can actually bulk upload keywords that you want to keep an eye on and add competitors. I rarely use that function, if I'm honest, but feel free to sign up to the platform, check out its features. There is a free version, which is the version that I use, but you can upgrade to get more features. So check that out if you find it useful. Another thing that is really key is your optimizing your video data. So YouTube will use your video title, the description, and the tags for how you rank in YouTube search. So it's very important to have your title optimized with your target keywords, your descriptions include your target keywords, and also your tags. The way you should probably do your title from an SEO perspective is that it should absolutely include the target keyword, but you'll probably want it to be quite descriptive as well. But there's a healthy balance between having a long title and one that's descriptive. So you want your video title to include the keywords, be descriptive but not be too long. You also want your video title to entice people to actually click through, as the more that people click through to your videos, the more likely you are to rank better. But we'll go through that in a later part of the video. Your descriptions should be quite detailed if you're thinking about SEO and you're taking it seriously. It should include the core keywords that you're after. One technique that quite a lot of YouTubers use is including hashtags in the descriptions, and you can actually use this to include some of your target keywords. You don't want it to be too spammy, so you don't want to just fill your target description with loads of keywords, because that will look quite spammy. Might do you a little bit more harm than good. At this moment in time, YouTube SEO is well behind typical web search SEO, so you can get away more with techniques like this, but you want to make sure that you don't do too spammy. You want to include your target keywords, make the description descriptive, but don't overdo it. Essentially, your tags as well. So your tags are probably not the most important part of the video, but that they should be optimized still if you're taking SEO seriously. You should think of your tags as what do you see people searching in YouTube to find your video, rather than what keywords you want to rank for. So your tags should be structured just like normal search queries, what you imagine people actually searching in YouTube to find your video. That's what your tag should be. It should also be a combination of the research that you're getting through Google Trends. So why again, that keyword research phase is so important, because then you start from the phase where you do the research, understand what people are searching for in YouTube, you create the video based on what people are searching for, and you optimize the video based on your keyword research and based on what people are searching for. And the optimization comes from the title, the description, and your tags. And also, if your video is if you provide a lot of commentary in the video, make sure you are saying those target keywords as well, because then it'll be picked up in your subtitles, and that will also help. Mentioning subtitles, this is something that's also quite useful in my own experience to enable on your videos, especially if your videos are very lengthy and quite talkative. It's good to have subtitles enabled. I mentioned earlier that mentioning your keywords in your video helps because when you actually say them, they pick up in your subtitles. And what I've seen in the past is that when I've had videos that I published live and I've enabled the subtitles, I've seen like immediate ranking boosts and sometimes and a little bit of recommendation boosts as well, but mostly immediate YouTube search ranking boosts. So I highly recommend adding the subtitles to your videos. Do it where you can. The automated version is quite helpful because it does get a lot of it right for you. It still makes quite a lot of mistakes. The YouTube's automated subtitles captions still aren't right there yet, but I recommend just using those, amending them where you can, and then publishing it live, because it does help with your YouTube search in my experience. Optimizing click-through rate is the next area to take into consideration. Now, click-through rate is key. It's really key to success on YouTube, because it's ultimately, if you publish a video live and it actually ranks and it gets in front of loads of people who are searching for it and it gets loads of impressions, if it doesn't get the click-through rate, you're not going to get the views and you will be deranked over time. So there are multiple ways that you can optimize your click-through rate, and the key things are always so number one is your thumbnail. So making sure that your thumbnail is very enticing, it makes people want to understand and learn more about what the video is about. And your title, make sure that the title is enticing, so your title isn't just factual and doesn't include keywords, but also makes people think, well, why should I click? Why would I want to click onto this video over the others? You've got to understand that with 500 hours of video being uploaded every minute on YouTube, your competition is insane. So your video has to stand out, and having a unique title, a unique thumbnail, will really entice people to click through. So I really encourage that you do that. Also, your descriptions might help to an extent as well, because in search, sometimes you do see a snippet of the description, the YouTube video description there. So I would make sure again that is optimized, but definitely your video title and your video thumbnail, having them, making sure they're really professional, but also to entice the users who want to click onto your video is very important. And that is the same in all aspects of SEO, not just YouTube SEO, but web SEO as well. It's click-through rate optimization is very important. Distributing your video. So this one is more for people who are beginners. So if you're trying to build your audience from the ground up, you don't really have much of an audience to begin with, then distribution of your video is very helpful. Because you don't have the subscriber base just yet, you need to spread the word out of your video, and it's typically very hard to rank for higher volume queries when you don't have the audience. By distributing your video, that means pushing it in relevant Reddit forums, pushing it on Facebook groups, publishing it on your own social media and other relevant online forums. I've typically seen in my own experience that publishing my videos in Reddit forums have been provide the most amount of value. You have to be very careful with it though. You can't just join a forum and start spamming your videos out there, because you will get banned and it's not helpful. I wouldn't encourage anyone to do that. But if there are areas that are relevant to your niche, relevant to your video, and you think there are people in that forum who could benefit from them, I recommend joining them, becoming a part of that community. And if it is generally acceptable to publish video content in there, then go ahead. One Reddit forum in particular, r/videos, is a huge forum for posting just YouTube videos. A lot of videos that become viral on YouTube have previously been posted on there, which doesn't necessarily mean that it's the cause. It just means that it's another way of getting great exposure for your video. Generally, you have to be a Reddit user for quite a while and have a certain amount of karma to be eligible to actually post in there. So you can't just jump in and start posting stuff to avoid spam for obvious reasons, which I think is the right way to approach that situation. But if you can join and you have unique videos which aren't like anything else, and you feel that they'll do relatively well, then join that forum, build your karma, understand the community, become part of the community, and post the videos there if you feel that they're relevant. another factor in my experience, which has helped me out quite a lot in the past as well, has been frequency of posting. So my videos at one stage, I believe in December, my videos and my channel just completely took off, and I started getting recommended constantly. Pretty much all of my videos within a month were getting recommended and pushed, and my impressions went through the roof, my views went through the roof, and I gained a lot of subscribers as well. And what I noticed was that when I was posting quite frequently and each video got a significant amount of views, it was then getting recommended. I did that on a similar topic multiple times, and it started a follow train, and all of my videos just began to get recommended to the same or wider audience, and I gained lots of views during that process and gained a lot of subscribers and really grew my audience. So I recommend having at least a consistent frequency of posting. Not everyone has to do daily, not everyone can do daily. Some people do weekly and they still fare very well. But if you want that ultimate exposure and that optimum level of exponential growth in YouTube, then I'd highly recommend posting on a daily basis. Watch time, which is something that I'm pretty sure we're all aware of, but watch time is very key and is an actual ranking factor for YouTube search itself. So watch time, all knows the length of time that people are watching your videos. It's not a new metric, it's been around for a little while now, but it's very important, very key for being successful in YouTube search. So typically you want to make videos that people will want to watch and will enjoy watching. So you should structure them and create them in a way that will retain users and retain your viewers, so they want to watch the video throughout. Now, in my experience, the more watch time and the higher the average view duration, the more likely the video is to rank well, and the more likely the video is to be recommended. So if you can structure your video in a way that will entice people the entire way through, then you will rank better in search. Some things that I've done in the past that have helped me out with that is including a little bit of a preview at the beginning of the video. So I will sometimes, on some of my videos in the past, have a little preview at the beginning, which will show a point of the video towards the mid or the end waypoint. And what I've seen in the past on the videos that I have done that on, that people have generally tended to watch the video throughout up until that point and a little bit onwards. So that's helped with my average view durations, and of course, the higher your average view duration, the more watch time that you get. So now you know how to optimize your video, post it, distribute it. The first 48 hours of when you post your video are crucial. The YouTube algorithm is notoriously unforgiving for videos that don't really take off when they're first posted. So that first 48-hour mark is really crucial to the performance of the video, which is partly why I believe they show you the first 48 hours in the YouTube Studio beta. Within this time, you will see if your videos have actually begin to take off. Generally, in my experience, videos that haven't got at least 1,000 minutes of watch time within those 48-hour time period don't tend to get recommended. And videos that do tend to rank quite well in YouTube search as well. So you want a video that's going to get a decent amount of views relative to your topic within those 48 hours. And if it doesn't, then try again and learn from that experience. See why that might not have happened based on comparing your videos maybe to others, and see if you did anything differently. But you really want your videos to get a decent amount of views in the first 48 hours. So yeah, that's very key, which is again why distribution, having an audience, optimizing videos, doing keyword research is really important, especially when you're first starting out with your own YouTube channel. The last thing I recommend is using your own YouTube analytics. So even after you've done the keyword research using Google Trends, you've created your video, it's ranking, what you'll learn is that the more views you get, the more data you'll get, and you will get to the point where you might start seeing search terms that people are actually using to find your video, which you might not have initially thought of including from your Google Trends data. So what I've seen quite a lot in the past is that I'll post a video, it will rank really well in YouTube search and my tags will be optimized, and then I'll look into the reach statistics a few days later, and I'll see some YouTube search terms that are popping up, and some of them might not actually be included in my tags. So I've seen in the past where like my number one search term for that video, for example, I hadn't really optimized in my tags or my descriptions. So it's very key that you're always reviewing your data, always keeping an eye on your reach and your impressions and your search terms that are driving views to your channel and views to your videos, and make sure that you're optimizing them accordingly, because you never know, there might be some search terms that you're indirectly getting traffic for, but you haven't actually optimized your video for, so you might want to re-optimize it based on what people are actually searching for. So this is my experience and my overall update on how to rank on YouTube in 2020. This is what's worked for me, and I highly recommend taking in these practices. And it would be great to get some feedback. So if any of you have started to use these practices and started to engage some really good results, let me know in the comment section below. And thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you on my next one.